Hi. I haven't done one of these in quite a while. Um, as you can see, I have a cat here that is dying for attention and almost knocking over a drink. Um, I had asked for some questions a while back, and I thought I'd get into them. What was your first childhood memory? This one is horrible that I remember this. It's two, and I think I was about the same age. I was maybe 2 or 3, somewhere in there. Um, and I can't remember which happened first, but I remember my family was living in an apartment. It was above a furniture store and a corner grocery store. Um, I can't remember which side we lived on, if it was exactly above the furniture store or the grocery store, but we lived in this apartment, and it was a nice big apartment compared to what I've lived in for apartments. But anyway, um, this apartment had a big. It was upstairs. It had a long flight of stairs, and I like the Dukes of Hazzard, or I I was a fan, I guess, when I was a little kid, and so I had a Knight Rider big wheel, and I thought one day I'd imitate the Dukes of Hazzard, and I set up this ramp um, in my to jump over the stairs to get across the flight of stairs that went from the street level upstairs, and I thought I'd jump across this large expanse on my big wheel, and I set up a ramp, and I went to the end of the hall and I pedaled as fast as I could, and I hit that ramp. It collapsed, and I went down the stairs end over end. All I got was really bad concussion. Also remember, in that apartment, my mom was going to take me to the park, and she refused to take me to the park because I wasn't wearing socks. And she said that only boys who wore socks were allowed at the park. She denies that, but I know she said that. And the other I'm not going to get into because it's just too gross. Um, there was another in that apartment. My dad had Penthouse magazines, and he tended to leave them out next to the toilet, the reading room, and he left them out. So, of course, I was little and I didn't know any better, and I was reading them, and I remember sitting on the toilet, and my mom comes in, and I'm like, "Mom, look at the boobs on her." That was the last they were in the bathroom. Next question was, do you have any birthmarks? I do have one. You can't see it because of my hair. I have like an extra earlobe, or one of these things that comes out of your ears. I don't know what it's called, but I have an extra one. It's in my family. I noticed I cut myself shaving the other day, so let's see. How would you like to be remembered? Just someone who enjoyed life. Yeah. If you had to give yourself a nickname, what would it be? T-Bone! A few of you will get that reference. Now, one of the things I've liked about Tumblr, I joined. It's a fun little site, mostly file sharing or photo. I've blogged a couple things there that I haven't shared on Zanga. And one was about car ride. That was just me rambling, but I like how Tumblr has the anonymous question feature. And I took some of the questions I've gotten over there. Have you ever been caught masturbating? And this is how I answered. No, but I lived in a dorm for 5 years of college and basically 2 years of high school. So I probably caught dozens of guys. The worst was one night I went to borrow or get back a book I lent to a guy in one of my classes. I needed to use it to study, and so I went to his room to get it. I knocked on the door and it was slightly ajar, so I just pushed it open, and there he was, right on his bed, going to town on himself. But I mean, it was just so bad. And that wasn't the worst part. It was his roommate was in the room. He had fallen asleep, and he's just sitting there going to town on himself. It's like it's the last night on the planet, and his roommate was right within, like 5-10 feet of him. I guess to each their own. Somebody on Tumblr asked me, here's a question for you. Would do you prefer eating pussy or getting head? That's like asking, do you prefer exhaling over inhaling? Another question I was asked, if you could change your name, what would you change it to? And I've watched a lot of Maury over Christmas break, and some names on that show are just, I don't know how you'd say the name. Is it horrendous? Is it just spectacular? Is it craptacular? But lately I've been feeling like I'd like to change my name to Snuggy Oreo Smuckers. I don't know what. Just a thought. Another question was, who is going to win the Super Bowl? Well, it's the... Let's see my stains on the shirt. Green Bay Packers. Is there any doubt? Well, I do have a little apprehension in that all the injuries to the offensive line and their lack of concern playing defense. I did send in a videotape to the Packers organization, highlights of when I played football, but I never heard back from them. I think they do have a policy of not letting team owners play. This last is, tell a secret. I guess I'm gonna tell two secrets here. One is, I once stole from a gas station. It was after a long night of drinking, and I needed gum to fool the cops in case I got pulled over. So I went and grabbed a pack of Big Red, one of the big rectangles where they have the capsule gum, not the stick gum. I don't like the stick gum anymore. I like that capsule where you crunch into it. It's better. With the sugar alcohol, you get that nice tingle. So I had this pack of gum in my hand. My car's parked at the gas pump. I had filled up with gas. Get gum for my car ride. And the second secret is that I've driven drunk, and I'm not proud of it. Uh, Never, ever do that, kids. Never. Um, so I'm going around this gas station. I'm finding other items. I get like a bottle of pop, and then I notice, hey, it's buy one, get the second half. Or if you buy two, it was a cheaper price. It was actually cheaper to buy two than buy one. I think it's been a long time. So then I see, oh hey, they got roller hot dogs. You know, hot dogs on the roller things. Yeah, I'll have a couple of them. Oh hey, cinnamon buns. Oh yeah, this is great, but I can't hold all this stuff. Let me put this gum in my hoodie pocket. So I put the gum in the pocket. I had the full intention of pulling it out when I paid, but I was drinking and I forgot, so I walked out. Then I get to my car and I put my hand in my pocket to grab the keys, and then I realized, oh, here's this gum. Well, I didn't go in and pay for it because, you know, I realized I was a scofflaw, and this gas station says they proudly prosecute any shoplifters. So I think it's been a while now that I can admit to it that I took it. I may have ran out the statute of limitations, and plus it was a $1 pack of gum. Maybe not even $1. I can't remember how much gum is. So, gave you two secrets. I once stole, drove drunk. I no longer drive when I drink because it's not worth it. I mean, just don't do it. And also, the closest bar to my house is a block away, so I don't have to worry about driving. I thought this was going to be awful short because I didn't have many questions, but turns out I'm at 13 minutes. Wow. Thanks for listening. Bye. Oh, okay. My thing didn't want